はい、今回は、アメリカ2世からのメッセージパート2に、なっております。海外の2世の生きた声っていうのを聞いてもらえたらと思ってますのでよろしくお願いします。それと、今回お知らせなんですけど、僕ら家庭連合2世が、シンポジウムですね、開催することになりました。メディアで取り上げられないこう家庭連合2世の、本音というか生きた声をですね、より多くの人に知ってもらうために、基調講演、パネルディスカッションなど行う予定です。有識者の先生方と私たち2世がですね、メインでやろうと思ってますので、そちらの方チェックとかご視聴していただけたらと思います。はい、ではバモス。質問なんですけど、
嫌ですよね。日本、だって今、そうやってなんか、ポジティブの風に見えるのは、やっぱりほら、もう年取って自分の、なんか嫌なこと、なんかいろんな、we've gone through a lot of different struggles in our own life of faith too. So we can say that, and even if we're called a cult, like we can stand strong, right? But 若いね、2世の子とかが言われてると本当なんか痛いですね。で、その彼ら、ね、そういう経験してもうなんか誰が助けてくれるのかなとかなんかイメージがつくのはやっぱりなんか彼らがその私たちはこの世と違うなんか私たち変人なんだ私たちなんか本当その言葉を信じてほしくないですね。なんかそのコルトっていう言葉の重さでその whatever is associated with that word and the negative connotation that comes with it, I don't want them to inherit that. Like, yeah, and for them to like believe that. だってコルトなんだって信じてるっていうことはなんか一人ぼっちのイメージがなんか孤独のイメージがつくし、それを信じたらそうなんか私って普通に人となんか接していけないのかなとか変に思われるからなんかあんまり表現したくないしとかなんか自分のことをなんかもう分かんなくなってくるじゃないけどなんかもう本当人が怖くなってくる。で誰を信じればいいか分かんなくなる。なんか誰が受け入れてくれるとか誰がなんかサポートしてるか分かんなくてくるのが本当怖いと思います。で、だからそういうlike fear and loneliness 感じてほしくない。だからはっきり言うともし誰かなんかもし目の前になんか若い2世なんかあなたはコルトにいるんだって言われて傷ついてる表現するんだったらもう言った人にも怒りたくなりますよ。なんか何言ってんですかみたいな。なんかちょっと子供ですよみたいな。なんか怒りたくなりますみたいな。はい、それが言いたいこと。はい、怒りたくなります。
Thank you. I think I feel the same way. Because I think growing up, I felt this similar to what you're saying, like this fear of like being like outcasted by other people because I'm part of this movement, or like, oh, I'm scared to tell people that I'm part of this church, or because what if they're not going to be my friend anymore, or like, because that label was still on our church, and since I've experienced that, and it's not a good feeling. I think similar to her, I wouldn't want other young second generation to experience that or feel that way too, because it's a lot of loneliness, it's a lot of fear, it's a lot of shame also. And I think if that's how much I guess power this word has over a child's experience or their confidence or how they grow up, then I think that word should not be used in as a label for our church, our movement. And I think that can also have a big impact on how they grow up, and even just as becoming an adult or things like that. So yeah.
さっきの質問若い子がコルトって言われたらどう思うっていう質問に答えになるか分かんないんですけども、ただ I just want to add is like I hope that like the last thing I want to see is a Japanese member, especially the younger generation now, to be discouraged for what they believe in and what they stand for, because そういう言葉とかでI don't want them to limit themselves, because 私たち日本の知恵を引いてますよね。で、なんで今こういうね、あなた方の前で自分の信仰に自信を持ってこうやってインタビューみたいなこういう Q&A できるのは、やっぱりその背後に私たちの背後に日本のシックの人たちが世界中に行って、で彼らはこの教えを信じて、だって日本って日本の背後ってさ、あんまりこれキリスト教とキャトリックとかそういう宗教のベースないじゃないですか。なんか it's mainly なんかあれなんだっけ、神道とかそういう一人の神様っていう教え、そういう教えの背後じゃないですよね。だけどそういうバックグラウンドでもこうなんか神は一人なんだとか、こういう教えに信じて、で世界中に回って、で私の親もアメリカで家族を子供を産んだりとかしてるじゃないですか。で私はアメリカ育ちでしょ。で私のアメリカのそのシックとかいろんなね活動しているコミュニティとか見ていくとね、アメリカ広いですよ。だけど広いんですけれども、結構当たるところにやっぱり日本の貢献が見えるんですよ。貢献コントリビューション、やっぱり日本人がいたから、日本人がそこ土台立ててくれたからみたいな感じで、私たちもねアメリカでもそんなにほら2世とか3世とかこういった教えをお父さんとお母さんのように私もこの教えを信じたいですっていうのを、そういう若い人たち 100% ではありませんよ。けれども残っている子たちはね、even amongst the people who like decide to stay, and even those who don't necessarily want to follow these teachings, we acknowledge that America is indebted to Japan, and not just America, but so many other countries around the world. Like I was in Dominican Republic, and I saw a Japanese missionary there who was well over retirement age, and he was wanting to die there. Okay, he's from Japan, and around him are who? People of that country, people from Dominican Republic are surrounding that man. だから今の若い子たち、日本の若い2世3世、ファミリーフェデレーションの子たちには孤独な時に判断しないでください。なんかdon't make a decision about something, about your life, about your faith, about your relationships while you're under a cloud of despair. 世界中の人たちは知らないけれども、日本に本当に we're very indebted to you. Yes. And you just don't know it. We are lacking. We need to step up our game and show what you've done for us. So actually we should be apologizing. If this is happening and you're losing morale, it's because we're not showing enough of how much you've done for us and how much we appreciate and how indebted we are to you. So please don't give up. Don't give in to these negative remarks. on our movement because you've done so much. Like, please.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was very inspiring, I think, and yeah, I think that touched my heart a lot as well. So I feel like, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, my mom is from Japan, and yeah, I think honestly, I think like Japanese people are like in our church and our movement are one of the most giving and sacrificial and loving and serving people, and I think that really just shows, yeah, the kind of people that people in Japan are in general. And like she said, yeah, we have so much like, yeah, that we are indebted to you, and we are like for me, I think, yeah, I think about like my life and my life experiences, and I think like the reason I'm able to have these good positive experiences, relationships in my life, and have conviction in my faith is because like my parents or my family didn't have to make a lot like these sacrifices that you had to, or that you are currently making, or yeah, like I know that there's a lot of like suffering and a lot of pain and a lot of like misunderstanding going on in Japan right now, and I think like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for obviously my mom coming, but also like these Japanese members going to America and offering so much of their life and of their heart. And I think that as an American person, it's like I feel bad because I think it's easy to kind of just focus on like what's happening in our country and whatever we're experiencing, but we don't look at what's happening in Japan, or it's easy to dismiss like like our brothers and sisters are going through a lot where they're like in pain, or like they need our help. But which is why I'm like on this call too, because I feel like like I'm sorry, like I can't like do more, or like like I'm sorry, like there's so little I can do to help the situation in Japan. And honestly, I think I owe my life to these members in Japan and to our movement in Japan. So I just wanted to say that.